Hola Familia, and welcome to your April Chisme. And this April Chisme is specifically for my familia born in the month of September. So, comadre, compadre, and comexre, if you were born in the month of September, this message is for you. And for the rest of you, you're more than welcome to stay or go check out the rest of the months. They're up, they're all up. And this is all the invitation of spirit encouraging you what it is that you need to focus on for this month, whatever it is that with this energy that's going around, what is it that you can focus on amongst all the other things you're focusing on, but one little slither of thing that you can focus on this month. So yeah, let's dive in and see what's the energy that's going on right now. So, some of the energy that I'm already receiving for sure is that there's this there's different viewpoints, different ways of looking at it. It's like there's this shift in you that you've been seeing that you want to you're starting to see things differently. You're starting to see things differently, especially because a lot of the structures, I'm gonna use the word structure because that's the way I'm being told to describe it. A lot of the structures that you have used, you have wrapped yourself around, are no longer serving you, and you've seen these structures start to crumble down. Old way of thinking, old behaviors, old thought patterns, and those are being torn down. And so now this is an invitation, as you have started to see, you start to see things differently. It's almost like the blindfolds have been removed for many of you. um how I'm seeing it. And along with all of this, I do see that for many of you, I don't mean to laugh because I'm just, I laugh to myself because I'm just like, oh, I remember these feelings as the things around you have been crumbling down, these structures, as things have been falling apart or things are not working out the way that you were hoping that they'd work out. It's creating grief, it's creating loss for you because as you have started to see the world differently, you're also starting to see, oh, like those people, those situations, they were not part, they're not coming along with me, or they're not part of my journey anymore. But that then creates the grief because there's been relationships and there's been things that you didn't want to let go and you don't want to let go of, that you know that if you do, it's going to create that grief, that loss. um yeah, and that's hard. That's absolutely hard. So I see that, I see a lot of those. That's the energy that I'm seeing with a lot of you for this month, of either what you're bringing in or what you're going to experience along in this month, is that those the destruction of things falling apart and then the grief that follows afterwards, especially because this is the things that are falling apart. You know this, like they're falling apart in your best interest for you, and it hurts because it's triggering a few things for you. So that's what I'm seeing. So let's go ahead, let's dive in, let's ask spirit what it is that you need to focus on with all of this changes, with all of this grief. What do you need to focus on? mm. We got the lovers with the four of swords underneath the deck. So self-love and self-care is absolutely one of the things that I really see this a lot, to help you maintain yourself and maintain your path. The lovers has always represented this like deep connection with someone, like, it could be with a partner, it could be with friends, family. But I have always seen this like it has to start within you. Develop a very deep, intimate connection with yourself. Practice more self-care, practice more self-love this month. And that's what spirit's really encouraging you to do, because as as you're in your grief, as you're in this process of seeing everything change and you're starting to see the world differently, especially as relationships that you thought were going to come along with you have kind of like they haven't. this is an invitation, a perfect invitation, a perfect opportunity for you to like start focusing inward and start pouring that love into yourself. With the Four of Swords underneath the deck, it's also that invitation of take it easy, take a break. It's okay to do nothing. It's okay to do nothing. Sometimes if you need to just unplug from social media, if you need to unplug from people, if you need to unplug from situations and just go within and just like focus on you. Like I really do see like this is one of the things that can really help you. I'm also being told because this person is sitting in front of a typewriter. I'm hearing that for many of you, in order for you to process and the pain and process the hurt, you need to write it out, get it out of your body. For many of you, it's literally like write your story down. Like, so write a book. It'll resonate for those of you who know what I'm talking about. But write it out. So journal more, write it into a book, create if you want to write a book about your life, go for it. There's nothing stopping you. No one has to read it, but just get it out of your body is what I'm really hearing. Focus on you and pouring into you this month because this month is really going to be all about it should be all about you. It will be all about you. It needs to be all about you. And so spirit really wants you to focus on loving on yourself and taking care of yourself and pouring into you. Be your own cheerleader. Be your number one cheerleader. And so that's something that's really going to help you in this month, especially as all of the shifts are happening energetically around us. So let's ask spirit, how can you like what tools can you lean on or use to practice more self-love and self-care? What can you do? What can you learn? Or what tool have you already gained and strengthened? What is it? We got the King of Pentacles with the Ace of Wands underneath the deck. So this is an interesting tool because what this is telling me is use your own strength of your independence of your security. So this is what I mean. The relationships that have ended or are not coming along with you and are causing grief as the structures are falling apart and things are falling apart around you. As that is happening, lean into yourself and lean into the people that have provided that sense of security for you. uh, Genuine security, not the false security, because that's the thing. The people who are leaving are not the ones who provided the genuine security. Like those are the people who gave you a sense of false security. No, one of the people, and this is what I want to lean on. Like this is, I'll describe the people, and again, collective reading. Take what you like and leave the rest. But these people have been the ones who are your pillars. Like these people are your strength. These are the ones that when you would move mountains for you and you would move mountains for them. I also see like these are the people who have come a long journey. Like they're wise. They're wise beyond their years. And you know this, and every time you connect with them, like you're just like, whoa, like you just know so much. They give, they pour, they love. Um for many of you, for many of you in here, I'm hearing specifically these are the people whose love language is gifting. So these are the people who love to gift and give and give and give, without expecting anything in return. So if this sounds familiar, these are your people, and these are the people you need to lean on the most. If this describes you, this is the part of you that you need to pour into yourself. The same amount of love that you pour out into others, it is time for you to pour that into yourself. Everything that, everything, like this is how you need to love on yourself. And with the Ace of Wands underneath the deck of the Roots of Fire, that fire in you has to like we got to spark that shit up and we got to spark it so then that way you can find that love and find that peace because the grief is can be hard and can be heavy, and if you're still holding on to that self-love is going to be hard to do. So we got to find that fire in you and burst from the earth and burst into knowing that you get to make it your own. but lean on that part of either you or the people around you who have created that security for you. Um, because that's going to help you in feeling comfortable and feeling safe to practice more self love and self care. So this is the time where I invite you to take a look at the timestamp. Make sure you save it because here is your message for the rest of the month. This is anytime you need to hear this again, come back and rewatch this video for your message from higher power. So let's see, what is it? Is there words of encouragement, words of advice? What message, what chisme does spirit have for you? Mm, we got the page of wands with the world underneath the deck. Right now, you may feel life, your life, is chaotic. You may feel overwhelmed. You may feel I'm being like again very specific here, like almost like if you know if you are neurodivergent and you have an idea what I'm talking about, and for those of you who don't, like this is you making assumptions. It's like ADHD, like it's like you have so many things you want to do and so many things you want to accomplish, and you just it gets overwhelming for you when you have so many choices, so many things to do. Especially when you start to see as so many things are falling apart, it overwhelms you. It creates a lot of stress for you, a lot of anxiety for you. So this is all I want to validate all of these feelings for you. If you've been feeling like this, I feel you. I feel for you. Spirit really wants you to know it's part of the process. Trust the journey. The world underneath the deck is all about completion. It's all about you coming to a place in your life where you are completing things. Let those chapters close. I know it's hard. I know you probably don't want some of these chapters to close, but it's time because these chapters they don't serve you anymore. It's time to close and move on to the next chapter, and that chapter is never going to go away. It's still part of your book. It's still part of your life's book. And so spirit really wants you to know in those moments of feeling overwhelmed and feeling of chaos and feeling just everything's coming at you at once, I want you to really take a moment and just breathe and remind yourself this is part of the process. Like things are supposed to fall apart so things can be removed so better and bigger things can come in. You need to remove those in order to welcome the new. And the world is all about that completion. Everyone and everything comes into our life for a reason and for a season. Some seasons are over. And I know it's hard and I know it's stressful and I know that creates a lot of anxiety and a lot of chaos for you. It's you learn how to step into that process and learn how to accept that. And the only way you'll learn how to do that again is by using your tool of the security. Find the people, if it's not within yourself, find the people around you that create that security. So then that way, all of that through the chaos, through this mess, you can love yourself and take care of yourself because that's the most important thing. Loving on yourself and taking care of yourself, especially as everything around you is falling apart, especially as everything around you is not is creating grief for you. It is literally part of the journey. And let the chapters close when they need to close. And don't open them back up. I know it might be tempting to open them back up, but don't. It's not worth it. There's something bigger and better coming your way. You just got to trust it and let it go. And in the meantime, focus on you, focus on your journey, focus on your love, focus on your self care, focus on creating that security for yourself. I know it's scary, I know it's hard, but it is, believe me, life happens for you, not to you. And I know that in the midst of the eye of the storm, it's hard to believe that and see that. But I genuinely mean it. Like it trust the process. Take it one day at a time. Surrender, let go and let God. Tools, they're there. There's people there who want to help you. And if and Find them or reconnect with them. Believe in them. Be that person for yourself if you need to. But you can do it. You absolutely can do it. Okay? April's going to be a good month for you, regardless of all of this chaos and all of these things. Like, as long as you practice self care and self love, it's going to be a good month. And if you don't know, that's okay. That's what I'm here for. And I'm actually, this is a great segue to announce if you haven't seen or heard by now, I just opened up my 10-week Unlocking Your Inner Comadre Masterclass. This is a 10-week self paced class where you get to go at your own pace, you watch the videos at your own time, worksheets at your own time. And for 3 times a week, I will be available for Comadreando coaching sessions live, and I'm excited for this. So, this program is transformational. Unlocking Your Inner Comadre program is transformational. I cannot express enough how the tools I provide for you can help you on your journey, in this journey, specifically this journey. So go check it out. I do have a recorded podcast of one of my recent graduates who shares her story and shares how this program changed her life. So go check it out. All of that's in the description below. You got this, okay? Well, anyways, with all of that, I am sending you all so much fire and butterflies. And as always, don't forget, love your now. Bye.